Nigga, Roseanne.
I watched the shit out of Roseanne.
Funny.
Listen, I was watching Roseanne and my daddy came in and watched me watch it. He's like, son, you like this shit? And I was just like, yeah, it's funny. He was like, well, you just don't understand shit.
You just don't understand shit.
No, I think for me, man, when I was coming up,
Golden
innocent
Girls.
age, no, man, it was actually Golden Girls was fire. Golden Girls was fire. I did check out Golden Girls. I still watch Golden Girls to this day. Like if it come on and I ain't got shit going, yeah, I'm watching Golden Girls.
I fucked the whole semester of college up watching Golden Girls in the little season. I was sad as hell, but I was broke. Nigga had the eviction notice on the door.
The grandma though, the mom, man, she had me dying.
Sophia is hilarious.
And your girl, was it Blanche?
Sophia Rose.
She was a hottie.
Oh,
just like
that was
that
was one of the first stops.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. If anybody got a problem with Sexy Red and you got a problem with Blanche, you erase that.
You erase because Blanche did not care.
They had a racist episode too when Blanche had to stand up because she was from the South. You know what I'm saying? And Chad up here was fucking with the black dude.
Yo, let's start this podcast, man. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Welcome to Four Black Dads. I'm one of your hosts, your boy G Wade, and to my left,
it is the Deacon of Sneaking, the Pastor of Laughter, Eric motherfucking Island. To my Rizzy right,
it's your boy Dooley, Dooley fan man, aka Q man, and to my right,
hi, thanks.
I always got hi guys.
Jesus.
Hello.
You catch this cat on the mic though. He the loudest motherfucker in the room though. You know what I'm saying?
He's about to get loud in a minute.
Because people be they come for me. Motherfuckers attack me while I'm doing comedy for some reason.
Threw me.
You seen it? You was in the room.
Yeah,
you was in the room too.
You know why?
Motherfuckers just come at me.
You know why?
No, why?
It's because you seem so timid up front. So people feel emboldened to be like, oh man, I can say whatever I want to say. I can get him, and they think they're funnier than you, and then
you let them know.
You hit them on the top of the head, and then you know what I mean. So it's actually a good thing because you know when that happens, you know
you got the crowd engaged now.
Set up.
Yeah, because I was at Mississippi Pizza on Wednesday, and then I did a joke, and then this dude was like in the crowd. Everybody was laughing, and this dude in the crowd was like, "Wah wah wah." I was like, "What the fuck you do that for, bro?" Yeah. Like you trying to make an autistic nigga cry for some reason? Like I'm just like I'm trying to be nice to motherfuckers, but people are try to be mean to me.
They don't know you got Napoleon complex.
I don't.
You got a little bit of it.
Do
bro.
I?
You do.
Okay.
You do. It's all good. No, I'm just saying from the outside looking in, you got a little bit of Napoleon complex. Like you're short, right?
Thank you for letting me know.
But when you walk into the room, though, you're big.
Presence,
you have a big presence.
Yeah.
Like when you need to.
That's
like
what she said.
You walk in. You walk in like, hi guys. Hi. How's everybody doing? And then when need be, you like, hey, you know I'm Ikes, right?
Right.
You know who this is, right? You know what I mean? So it's good to have that because I know people underestimate you all the time.
Yeah. But like my confidence for me being a comic actually comes from the people that's in this room too. Because I seen all y'all just do y'all shit. And then, but y'all come and y'all just like lay your shit on the stage. Like first and foremost, like, gee, you got a big ass laugh right when you going and eat. You just got a style. Like I'm gonna talk these motherfuckers panties off, and then Dooley gonna roast the shit out of anybody. If his mama sitting in the audience, she gonna roast the shit out of anybody.
If his mama in the audience, she definitely get it. If you know Dooley, if his mama is in the front row, I'm gonna show
Trisha Ann some love. Shout out my mom though. She sent my babies a shit ton of school clothes. Love you.
That's one thing though. At all times, no matter what relationship you have with your parents, at the end of the day, as we grow older, you know what I'm saying, we have to then let go of some of the stuff they did because me and my wife was talking the other day, and actually it was last night, and she was like, you know what, the kids are just now realizing that they didn't come with a rule book.
Right.
Like a lot of this shit, we figuring it out because y'all got different personalities, and you also are growing up in a different time. You have access to different things that we didn't have. So you have to teach us as much as us. We can tell you the right way to do things.
Right.
We can tell you, hey, this is what's going to be good for you. This is not going to be good for you. But you have all these other influences by the way of social media, by the way of, you know what I'm saying? Like even, you know, just the things that you watch, the culture itself.
Yeah.
Like we grew up watching TV. Like we talking sitcoms. I was watching Martin, Fresh Prince. I was watching, you know what I'm saying? Golden Girls. We was watching a whole bunch of different things, but it wasn't like we can watch whatever we wanted to, whatever we wanted to.
Bernie Mac. My bad. I'm changing mine. Bernie Mac was my favorite sitcom.
Oh, Bernie Mac was dope.
A good one.
Bernie Mac was my favorite.
Bernie Mac. I was a little older when Bernie Mac came out, so I got to enjoy it from like a
parent perspective. Or
no, I was still a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a parent yet, but I was still a. You know what I'm saying? I was
like a teenager or adolescent.
Yeah. And so the kids was so much younger that I got to watch it from like when I have kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
But the other show, like the Cosby Show, I got to watch it from like a kid's perspective. Like, man, I wish that was my pops. You know what I mean? Like, I wish my pops was on heroin and he was a doctor. You know, you know what I mean?
And there are doctors that are on heroin.
There are doctors on heroin. There are.
But that's the thing about being a dad. All of us in here. That's the wild thing. All of us in here is a dad, right? Like me and I'm just now like it's just now happening. Like I'm just now coming to this understanding of my influence on my kids. Like because me and my 9-year-old starting to play chess, get frustrated as fuck. Yeah. But he's starting to play it, and I'm like, bro, this is the game. Do you want to figure it out, or do you want to complain and you want to bitch and moan about it? Because that's I say when I learned how to play chess. I'm not the greatest chess player, but when I learned how to play chess, I'm like, okay, move the pieces this way. This how this piece move this, and that's how life works. Right. You got to show them, okay, you can be frustrated, but don't let everybody see that you're frustrated. Don't let people know that you're frustrated.
Man, I made a mistake with chess. I made a mistake as a parent with chess with my son. Like I taught him how to play early, so me and we been playing. You know the mistake I made? Dooley, remember we went to Seattle to take our kids to the Seahawks camp.
Yep.
We took the boys with us. So right, so me, Lance, Dooley, we go up there with our boys, our oldest boys. We go out to the thing, and when we get back to the hotel after we took them to, you know what I'm saying, the camp or whatever, now it's time for, you know what I'm saying, pops to chill. So we put the boys was in the room, they was chilling. We went out, you know what I'm saying, had some drinks, got sauced up. We was downstairs in the hotel lobby, you know what I'm saying. I went upstairs lit. My son was still up. I'm like, you want to get a game in? He was like, yeah. And this nigga beat me. When I see that checkmate as a father, I said, oh my God, I just made a mistake.
Yo, facts.
I will never I done beat him probably 50 games after that now.
But he ain't going to let you forget.
I will never live down that loss.
Yeah.
Hey, G, because that's what happened. Because I was helping my son, right? And then, you know, when you switch to the king for the, what is it, the rook or whatever. And you
castle.
Castle it. Right? I had all my pieces castled. And then I helped him with a move and it checkmated me. And I was like, bro, I can't. And I didn't lie to him. I kept it real with him. I'm like, bro, I can't even move. You beat me. And he looked at me like, I was like, because I helped him though.
Right. That's what,
So it was like.
No, I wasn't helping him. Now, at this point, I think he was 11. Was he 11? Yeah, he was 11. And so, no, he was 12. He was 12. And so at this point, it was like he was done being helped. I've been teaching him this game since he was like 6. You know what I'm saying? I've been just not wiping the floor with him, but like, you know what I'm saying? I would make certain moves to allow him to play. You know what I mean? To allow him to figure it out and then help him out when he was younger. But ever since he turned, I think about when he got 10, we just played. He's competitive like me. So we just start playing. And ever since then, we just been playing. That nigga beat me though. Fair and square, but I ain't gonna lie, I was lit. He got me. Fair and square. I said, "Oh man, I fell."
I was slipping. Be slipping.
That's a loss.
I do got a question though. But, that's what I was thinking about.
But it flows with what we're talking about though. At the same time, like, what's appropriate to teach your kids? Because you teach them chess. What's appropriate to teach them, and what's appropriate? What is not appropriate? And like the ages.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I'll say that's a good ass question because like age appropriate information is an actual thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird because like when you got different age groups, they gonna learn from this person because you taught you. It's gonna trickle down.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like sports, basketball, anything like that. Anything that's gonna make them think and active is cool to teach.
It's cool.
Like.
At any age.
Yeah, any age. Like guns, you could teach a kid how to shoot a gun or respect for a gun. I think maybe 8 on up for a gun.
I mean, the thing about like when it comes to guns, like I clean my guns in the living room. So, you know what I mean? They all been around it since they was like babies. Like I don't like put it together and put bullets in it and leave it on the table. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I open them up, you know what I mean? Taking them apart, set them down, and, you know what I'm saying? Clean them and do it. And no, I just be doing it. So if they ask questions, then I'll start showing them. Like I let them choose You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The questions that they ask about it until it's time for me to actually sit down and teach them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So when they super young, 2, 3, 4, you know what I'm saying? When they watching me do it, they might have, hey, what is that bees? And then squirrel, and then go do something different. You know what I mean?
Is there something that you regret you teaching your kid so early on? I got something right in the back of my brain already.
Oh,
Let me touch on the first question, and it's something I noticed with my oldest son, like a couple of months ago, which is something my daddy always taught me was, I don't care how big and bad you think you are, son, there's gonna be somebody out there that's bigger and badder. I'm so competitive, playing video games with Cass, and this little 4-year-old done got so good where he could beat me in the
Mario thing?
the Mario game.
Mario Party?
The Mario Party game.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's good and learned very, very fast. But I was with my son at the library one time, and they was doing building blocks, and my son was talking to me to make sure that I was noticing how much better his blocks was than the other little kids. You know what I mean? And I realized, okay, not only did I make him feel like he has to be competitive, but I know that's going to be in him. But I also want my kids to understand, son, you're gonna get beat at some point in your life.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to understand it and deal with it.
Be able to lose gracefully.
Be able to lose gracefully.
Yeah.
So now when you beat him and stuff, right, and he start wilding out, do you like, look, calm down. We got another shot at it.
Absolutely.
You just lost. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Learn how to deal with it. But guess what Van showed him? How to quit the game and start over. So listen. For about 10 minutes straight, all three of us was going back and forth quitting if we was getting ready to lose.
See, this the thing though. Like the 21 rule, we've been playing the NCAA, right? The 21 rule. I didn't grow up with that. I grew up, hey, you play to the last whistle, to zeros across the board. If I can get 21 on you real quick, then you better figure out how to get 21 on me back. So I never played with that rule. And if I beat you 80-0, guess what? You got beat 80-0. But we play to the last ticks. And if you give up, then you go to that exit thing and you push I quit. You got to walk through it.
So what's the 21 rule?
You know what's funny about that, G? I don't think majority of us grew up with that, because I didn't learn that until my first year in college.
Okay.
And I feel like some nigga in Florida started it. Or somebody somewhere started
somebody
it.
that was that had no hope. They wasn't competitive.
Or it was playing a nigga and it was just like, man, this game over. Nigga, you down 3 touchdowns. You ain't gonna come back and win.
So that's
shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't learn it until college myself. That's funny you say that.
Yeah.
Do y'all do the
and they call it dub. You got dub.
Yeah,
You got dub.
You got dub.
Do y'all do the you like once you get to 21 you lose, or do you get the opportunity to score one more time?
Like for
Depending on who you playing.
So it depends on who you playing.
I do the opportunity one more time.
So for me, I don't care if you got 21 on me. I'm going.
Right.
You lost by 80.
I didn't get dubbed. Nope. I'll lose by 80 gracefully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. But what else y'all teach y'all kids? You think you taught them too early?
Man, I struggle with this question, man, because I'm from a different generation, so to speak. You know, I'm a little bit older, old school, from the South, with a lot of baggage, you know what I'm saying, that was given to me as a young kid, you know what I'm saying, especially being in the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
So one of the things I've been struggling with, because, you know, I participate in PTA. I'm also, you know, active in the schools and trying to find different things for like DEI and things like that. So different spaces. So I know this is probably going to be a touchy subject for folks, but I'm in the space where we're in the elementary schools and stuff, and we're dealing with, you know, transgenders and people who identify in other ways, this, that, and the third. And I'm old school, you know, to the point where it's like a lot of these kids, I know their minds ain't developed to that point where, you know what I'm saying, they really understand. Like, I think about my childhood, like, you know, I'm the deacon of sneaking. I talk a lot of noise about relationships and women, this, that, and the third. But I wasn't really thinking about none of that stuff until I got 12, 13 years old. I really wasn't. I was just playing and having fun and, you know, whatever the case was. You know, if a little girl was cute or something like that. But I never really had no concept or idea like, oh, I like girls, or I wasn't thinking about none of that.
Sex wasn't on your mind.
It was not on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when these kids come up nowadays and, you know, they in 2nd and 3rd grade and they feel like they somebody that they don't visually purport, I'm like, where are you getting that from? You know, like, I don't understand it, but I still have to find space for you to be safe and stuff in the schools. And I understand that it's a different generation. Like, my kids are going to school with parents that are the same sex. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, those conversations I had to have, like, okay, I got two moms or I got two dads, you know what I'm saying? And my kids are having these conversations, you know what I'm saying, with me. And so how do I have that conversation and try to make it sensitive enough that they can still respect and you know, have a space for those people, but still at the same time still questioning in my head, like, how is that even a subject or a topic at this point in time?
Well, just like we was talking about earlier, when it comes to the kids, they have access to everything. Like they have everything in their hand. Like the knowledge of the world is in the palm of their hand. Like any knowledge that's out, that's all the books that's been written, everything, all you know what I mean, the speeches. AI now turns Hitler's speeches into English.
I listened to that.
You see what I'm saying?
That was wild.
It's crazy. So now instead of just listening to the and shit you can't understand and him just being up there, but now you can hear what he was actually saying.
German language is aggressive
as fuck.
No matter what.
But English language is aggressive too.
Yeah.
So, but you actually get to hear what he was saying, right? Still fucked up. But at the same time, like now you get to put it into a perspective, right? So with all this technology, everything at their hands, these kids know more than we do.
Yeah. So to
like,
that
or
point,
we did at their age.
And that's with that education, they teaching it in school.
That's right. They have to teach us too.
At the same point, that's what I'm saying. It's like on some level, as a parent, you want to keep your kids' age of innocence as long as they can. But at the same time, you know that they're getting information and you don't want it to be misinformation. So it's like, where do you find that fine line of jumping in and saying, okay, this is what it is, this what it ain't? Because you don't always know when they're going to get introduced to something that's totally foreign.
And that's it, because I think it goes down to how this information is being taught to these kids. Because a lot of us grew up in horrible indoctrinations, especially being down the Bible Belt. A lot of us was lied to. You know what I mean? So now if you
that prosperity pastor.
If my kids, I feel like it boils down to the parents too. If your kids is coming home and they're learning a certain way, then it's on you to help them understand what's right and what's wrong.
That's
but
it.
some of these kids are smart enough to know like that don't make sense. You know?
Because speaking on that, because of school, last year, my daughter came home to me. She was like, "Dad," I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "They teaching us like about like private parts in school," and she's like, "I'm very uncomfortable." So then I had to go to school, advocate for her. Is it the fact that she said she was very uncomfortable with the whole situation that's what got me? It's like, okay, so you uncomfortable, and then my other daughter, she's 10 right now. She's like, "Yeah, they told us to draw our parents naked." I'm like, "What? They told you to draw your parents naked?" She's like, "Yeah, but I didn't do it. I just drew 2 circles." I was like, cool.
Well, I teach my 4-year-old and 2-year-old that this is penis because.
But that's for you to teach, not for somebody else to teach them.
I mean, yeah.
So I understand that. Like me, I teach my kids about that, but somebody else to just go and do it. No.
But you brought up the fact that that's the thing too, though.
Like you might have that kid that's like, oh, they was talking about sex in school. I already know what a penis is. I know what a vagina is.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you have those kids that's advancing that age. So for me, I think, and it's kind of a gift and a curse, right? The worst thing that I think I could have done as a parent is with my youngest, I put a cell phone in her hand too early.
Ooh.
So like, you know, those times when you're stressed out and you're trying to get something done and then, you know, here, you know what I mean? Especially we out and about and we rolling around and I want to keep her quiet. Watch this movie on the cell phone or watch this thing and give her the cell phone. Well, eventually that turned into now she grabbed her cell phone and I turned back to it and now she on YouTube watching something totally
different, not
totally different because she learned how to work it and learn how to, you know what I mean? And so putting that cell phone in her hand too early is kind of a gift and a curse because now she understands that she can go there and grab and watch anything that she wants, but she's too young to know what she should be looking at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think, you know what I mean, it's one of the ones that I think I wish I didn't put a cell phone in their hands.
And I'll do you one even better, more so than that, because that's equivalent to us when the computers came out and we got LimeWire. We was downloading shit we knew damn well our parents didn't know what the fuck we was downloading.
Right.
I think the problem with the cell phones and the tablets, and they did a study on it, I was just reading about it, and I seen a video on TikTok of this young kid who freaked out, lost his mind, started cussing and hitting his mama because his time was up with using, it's the utilization of how much time you get in a day. Screen time.
Yep, screen time.
You know what I mean? And these kids, when they are no longer, when we say, all right, you're done, it's time for bed, they lose their mind.
Yeah.
It's like you're spending too much time on it.
Yeah, that's when I lose my Cosby and go old school.
I think
that Cosby ain't in me no more.
I think it's okay when it comes down to a parent getting his or her work done. All right, look, let them use the phone because they gonna end up. It's the internet. We can't stop that shit. They gonna end up finding some stuff on there. But you're right. When you catch them, now you got the chance to explain it to them. This is right and this is wrong. But I think it's the amount of time that we allow them to use it that consumes them too much, and they feel it's like us scrolling on Instagram. It's kryptonite. We lose our cell phones right now.
Man.
Niggas is cooked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So much
Our
booty coming
lives
up
is
on
on
my
these motherfucking
Explore
phones.
page.
That's why I never pull my phone out while we're doing the podcast.
Oh man.
Man, you get on one Instagram reel and you watch 50 before you realize you've been watching
You
Instagram.
done spent the whole goddamn 2 hours
Before you realize, I've been on Instagram
TikTok.
this whole time.
So how I feel
do
when I
wanna-
take that
TikTok, right?
So how I feel when I take that iPad from him, I know how I feel like, man, give me this shit back.
Right.
I'm having fun. You ain't just go, you know what I'm saying? I know it's bedtime, but shit.
It's like a drug.
It's
I
a
give him,
drug.
It is.
I give
It's
him like a
dopamine.
warning. I give him, okay, you guys got 10 minutes. We going to bed at 9:30, and I tell them over time, you guys got 5 minutes for his bedtime. All right, so whatever orders y'all need to get in affairs y'all need to get in orders, do it right now. My, kids, they be like, oh, and then it's like it's bedtime, and then they try to do everything, to scramble, do everything. I'm the dad's like, nah,
Right.
no, we going to bed. I'm tired.
When it's too
I
late.
reminds from the phone. That shit off at 6.
Like, my youngest is 9 now, so my house is a little. It's not as I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, like monitor every single step. It's not like I'm working with 2, 3-year-olds. You know what I'm saying, people that's gonna stick their tongue in a light socket. Like these is all. You know what I mean?
Right.
No fact.
So I got now my rules is a little different. My youngest is 9 years old, and I know exactly how to get her to go to bed. All I got to do is say, "Go clean your room." And if it's at night and I tell her to go clean her room, I know she's gonna be asleep within 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Trying
mean?
to clean that room.
But this is the deal. If you go clean your room, I'll read you a story. She like when I read the stories.
Mhm.
Or when I just make up stories. I make up stories in my head on the fly and talk to my kids.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's one of the ones where like if she knows she's gonna get that reward, then she'll stay up and then I'll tell her a story. But if she's too tired, she's just gonna go to sleep and we're gonna figure it out tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I do want to
yeah.
qualify though, just because we are doing the podcast and we know we have people that are going to be watching and stuff. I want to preface my earlier question as far as information and stuff. I do consider myself an ally, and I'm not in any kind of way trying to tell people how they should live, what's right or what's wrong.
I don't
But
think anybody took it that way.
No, but I want to make sure that when we're talking about what type of information do we feel like we give our kids, it's like it's certain things that I don't feel like kids are even thinking about that's just being pushed on them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point in time. So
But it's our job to handle that though.
It is.
Like you said,
Filter
like
shit out.
it comes to you and now you have to deal with, are they ready for this yet?
right.
You know what I mean? It's like that joke I tell about, you know what I'm saying, the spider and the ladybug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's one of the ones. My daughter
that
came to me
joke.
with like, oh shoot. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so when it comes to us, it's for us to deal with it, but then also learn from them.
Right.
Because like you said, you're from the old school. Right?
Right.
You got a different mentality that you didn't grow up with the same information. When you was 12, you weren't even thinking about it, but they are. So it's
Right.
our job to like help them, guide them through life and say, look, this is what's going on. This is what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is
Right.
what's out there. Let me tell you, look, I want you to walk through life, no harm, no foul to nobody. The only time that you ever have a opposition with somebody is that they blatantly are trying to disrespect or hurt you. Other than that, let people live.
And
Right.
it ain't nothing
You know what I mean?
new.
Mhm.
It ain't nothing new at
ain't
all.
nothing
No.
It's just
No.
magnified
Yeah.
now. But what's crazy is,
Nigga, my auntie had a roommate for her whole life. She never said that was her girlfriend.
Right.
But at the same time, every time she came to the party, I was her roommate. It wasn't new. It ain't
Right.
new. But
Right.
at the same time, you know what I mean?
Right.
We was kids, and they would. And I wish she would have felt bold enough to be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is
such and such.
Right.
this is my girl, man.
We
here,
always
you
had
know
that
what I mean?
one uncle or that one dude at the church that was the choir director, and never had no people around
Right.
him, but you always like he's pretty flamboyant. The guy
Up in there walking around the house in
You know what I'm
pants.
saying?
Knew exactly who it was.
You know exactly what it was.
And what's crazy too is our parents, we're able to listen to our kids when they got something to say.
Right.
Back in the days, if we would have brought a conversation up to them like this,
Oh, man,
you
they
knew
would've
damn well it was shut down.
Right.
I ain't one of your little friends.
right?
Or stay out of grown folks'
Right.
business without hearing me as a child to get some understanding
Clarity and
as to
understanding.
what's going on.
Cannot parent the same way we were parented
Cannot.
because times are different. You know what I mean?
Completely.
Mhm.
But hey, at that moment, real quick, hey, we're gonna take a quick break, man, and shout out one of the people that's really putting it down, man. One of the people that's really helping us out right now in Portland and continue to move the culture.
We'll be right back.
All right. Hey, it's Ikes from Four Black Dad Podcast. Check out the Four Black Dads Podcast whenever you have a chance. Because it's four black dads. And when are you going to ever see four black dads ever together? Never. But on this show. So check it out. Four Black Dads. Thank you.
Yo, we right back. We're at y'all, man. Four Black Dads, you know what it is. I ain't gonna go through the whole thing.
No, we ain't got to. They know what it is.
Hey, Ikes, you had something that you wanted to talk about. What happened?
Yeah. Did y'all? I also got two questions, but I asked the first one. Did y'all hear about the Social Security numbers?
That happened with the Microsoft thing.
Yeah. So there was a hack. Everybody in America, 100% of Americans' Social Security numbers got leaked.
Cancel my student loans and my credit.
Everything. Cancel everything.
Wipe it out.
I didn't purchase. I didn't get a credit. I don't have the credit cards. Somebody else got those credit cards. Cancel everything. It's a reset, bro.
This is the thing, right? Whoever took those Social Security numbers was not looking out for people. Mm-hmm. Like they was taking them because they want to use them in order to rip off whoever Social Security number that they stole.
See, I just naturally assume that anytime any hack goes on, because most of the time when you fill out for an account, they're going to ask you for your Social Security number, they ask you for your telephone number, those type of things. So I just assume whenever anybody gets hacked, whether it be the McDonald's or whatever, they got your Social Security number. So I'm not even... surprised, what I'm saying, at this point in time. But I tell people all the time, they rob me, they just practicing. I ain't got shit.
I'm telling you,
what I'm saying? You just practice.
430 on the credit score.
Yeah, my money's in my mattress.
Well, why would you say that out loud?
I'm kind of worried, but at the same time, I'm not. I was helping my son reset his phone because he forgot his Apple ID and he forgot his passcode. So now we going through it, and so I'm asking him questions like, bro, you be forgetting shit? Like, he's 13. Like, bro, do you remember your Social Security number? He was like, man, don't nobody use that.
Jesus Christ.
I said, damn, nigga, by the time I was 10, my mom made sure I remembered. Like, I knew my Social Security number is, no, I'm just playing. But I remember my Social Security number as a kid. That was something that she had to teach us because I had to use it so much growing up. You know what I mean? I still use it now. And on the regular, but I mean, I don't use it as much anymore because I use my EIN, but I rather, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where you have to memorize certain things in order to have access to other shit. So if you like Apple ID or your Apple passcode or whatever, if them was hacked, it's a lot of people in some danger too.
Yo, for real. If my IG's hacked, it's a wrap, bro.
You
can see they gonna know all kind of asshole look at.
Man,
cybersecurity been behind. The hackers have been way more advanced in cybersecurity from the gate. So they always been playing catch up.
That is a new defense system that we have. That's a new. I mean, we need a cyber army. If that makes sense, we need a cyber army.
Shit, yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not tripping on it.
Hack is so bad that they ain't got no choice but to clear all our debt.
Yeah,
right.
It's probably Dooley that did it. The Great Reset. I'm with it.
The Great Reset. I love it,
bro.
The Great Reset.
Like, fuck it.
Speaking of which, I had got a email the other day from a
Nigerian
creditor from trying to get some student loan money, and I'm like, I ain't dealt with these folks. And so I said, it must be close to that 6 or 7 year mark. I said, I ain't finna answer this joke because they get the reset after every 7 years.
When it comes to them scams, them IG scams, them Facebook scams, all them internet social media scams, it is crazy.
Wow.
Because they getting good. I had a partner for real. That nigga, he got a message from some, hey, I got a booking for you. You know what I'm saying? What would you charge? He like, give me $4,500 and I'll come out there, right? And they was like, all right, cool. I'm about to send you a check electronically, right? Send him a check electronically for $4,500 or whatever he was charging, and was like, hey, we got a chauffeur or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to go pick you up. So I need you to send me $1,500 back for the chauffeur service and all this other stuff. And he caught it. He realized when they said, I need you to send me some money back from the check, because they sent him the check. He deposited it, and it was about to clear in a minute. And they on him like, did that check clear yet? Because they wanted that $1,500 back from this fake check that they sent them. And so when that check didn't clear, because you know how your banks do, sometimes the bank, if they trust you, you know what I mean? You put it in there, they just toss it on in there for you. Like, oh yeah, you good. You always come through. And they just toss it in there for you. And then now you send that $1,500 back,
You in the hole.
First of all, you know it's a scam. What motherfucker gonna just send you 4,500? You ain't performed at all. I'm not doing that show. I'm taking that 45 and I'm done. You should have known some scamming shit out like that off the top.
I'm a scam
It
back.
depends. I didn't got paid up front for some shows before.
But 4,500?
I mean, I got paid 3 racks for a show before, but the 3 racks was everything included, so I had to book my own flight. And get out
absolutely.
there and
It got to make sense. But for somebody just out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, without no logistics behind it.
I knew them though.
You
like,
know, yeah, exactly. Right. But you 4,500 out of nowhere, I'm gonna just send you this. Get out of here. I know you scamming.
I feel it.
Because they did that shit to me one time. And I caught on to it. I was just like, this fishy ass shit. I don't know you. Next thing you know, you look the next day, nigga, the profile picture changed.
Facts, everything.
How about they want to book you at an event?
Y'all remember when they was doing the Cash App scam?
They still do Cash App.
They still doing the Cash App scam.
Yeah,
that's why
they talking about they can get you so much money if you just send in.
But this is also how you know it's a scam, right? Because I did a recommendation. I was like, anybody know a mechanic, whatever, people hit, like boom, 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 boom. Oh, DM me or whatever. They send you a Cash App and it's like a weird ass name or like an old ass lady's name with numbers behind it. Don't send that nigga shit.
I got this one dude real good one time because I'm a thorough investigator, and there was this dude who was selling cartoon art, and he'll ask you for your money. You will send it to him, but he won't send you art. And nigga, I went above and beyond, looked up every profile this nigga made, and I found his real name and real address on the internet, and I sent it to that nigga profile, his DM. And I was like, oh yeah, nigga, your name is such and such, nigga, and you live right here and there. And he was a church dude. And I was like, I tell your whole congregation right now that you a scamming lying son of a bitch. Nigga, I swear to God, nigga, that money was in my Cash App, nigga, in less than 5 minutes. Bing! And I know he mad because I got him because the nigga still try to hit me up on another different account every time.
Try to get you back.
He mad. I caught him on this shit. I went above and beyond like this because on Cash App, nigga, you could take that name, you know what I mean, and you can thoroughly search it to see who this number and this name and where it's really coming from.
Okay.
Dumb didn't think about it.
Yeah, see,
but he had got away with it probably so many times.
Man, I let Cash App go. Once I got hit like that, it wasn't for even nothing real big. But once they scammed me for a couple little $100 that I sent somebody and didn't know that I was sending it to, you know what I'm saying? I got a message from them because my kids play basketball, so the Cash App for their basketball organization got hacked, and I got a message saying, "Hey, basketball fees, whatever." And so just blindly, you like, "Oh, basketball fees. Let me go ahead and pay this."
Right.
So I paid it, and then you know what I'm saying, talked to the coach. You know what I'm saying, and literally I called the coach after I paid it because I'm like, these basketball fees coming up early. I swear I just paid you like 2 weeks ago, right? And so when they came out, so I was like, wait, I called him. Hey, bro, I just sent you the basketball fees, but I just sent you them. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what? I didn't request that. Like, what? And so we started talking like, man, my Cash App got hacked, blah, 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 blah. So I requested it back. Like, hey, let me get that back. And then they was like, Cash App was like, no. And I was like, well, I don't have to use this shit.
Right.
Oh, God, fuck you. I don't have to use this. I don't got to use Cash App no more. We good. I'm good. You good. Keep that little change, and then I'm going to go about my business. Because if y'all can't give it back, you don't deserve my business.
Cash App ain't been shit since they stabbed the owner. It really ain't.
They stabbed the owner of Cash App?
Yeah, he got killed. They stabbed him up.
On that boat, right?
I think it was in the Bay somewhere.
Yo, this is news to me.
Nah, I didn't know that.
What kind of shit is the Cash App owner into that he got stabbed up in the Bay?
They yoked him up.
They probably had a class action lawsuit.
Yoke that nigga up.
Hey, you got to check in when you go to LA. That's the land of extortion. That's the land of setup. That is, when you go to LA, check in.
Y'all hear about smoke?
That's true, but
call somebody that you know.
That's true, but I think this happened in the Bay, like Silicon Valley or somewhere around there.
Okay. Yeah. I don't give a fuck where you at in LA. You can be in Silicon Valley. You can be in Orange County, nigga. You better check in. If you go to California,
check in.
Talk to the people that you know and make sure your trip is set up to where you only are going to go to the places you have to go. You're going to meet the people you have to meet. Go do your show. Go do whatever you got to do. Make sure the clubs that you're going to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people you going with, you know what I mean, with some folks. Because you will get PNB rock.
Take your ass back to your hotel room.
But you will.
But
if you don't know
sharing your location.
That's how Pop.
If you don't know nobody, take your ass back to your hotel room.
PNB rock.
Share his location on Snapchat. Me, it's weird because I walk around LA like I was born there and like because I was. But like one time it was like when I was there like last year, I was walking around 1 a.m. Nobody outside, just homeless people and people. It was 1 a.m. just walking around. And this dude runs up to me. And I'm like, oh shit, something about this is about to be active. And he's like, does my face look fucked up? I'm like, yeah, kinda. He's like, the fucking essays just jumped me. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, well, stay up. And then I was like, man, I shouldn't be out here walking like this.
Well, I'm not going the way that you just came running from.
Right. I did. I went the same way. Because when I go to LA, I go to look for adventure, bro. That's just that's what I go there for. Like if I'm like New York, I'm not gonna navigate New York. I'm navigating LA because I know certain areas in LA where shit ain't gonna happen. At least to me as a black dude, because I'm not in the active areas like shit like that.
You don't want to end up in no dead end.
No.
or just check in with your people. That's it.
Or just talk to your peoples. And if you do go to a place that you're unfamiliar with, make sure you trust the person that you're going with. You know what I'm saying? Like I check in with family and close friends when I go out there. And I might end up at a random spot, a random party, you know what I'm saying, somebody's house or some, you know what I'm saying, after hours or underground club or wherever I'm doing. And I'm going to end up where I'm going to end up. But at the same time, I'm with folks that I know, they know this place. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they ready to get down to it if something do happen.
I got a second question too. So we all got kids in here. And I was thinking about this the other day. Which kid reminds you the most of you growing up? Because me, I have one that reminds me of me, like growing up. And I'm like, I can't stand your ass. Because just like me when I was growing up, smart ass, my 11-year-old daughter, Elia, 11-year-old smart ass, just like me, ask questions and then just do like, she'll find a way to make you feel stupid because you asked a question and you didn't say it the right way. You didn't say it the direct right way for her to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it exactly the way. Nah, I'm gonna sneak around and say it. But it's my 11-year-old.
Oh, that's one of the ones she gonna find the loophole. That's your lawyer. You need to cool. She gonna be a lawyer one day. You need to help her out. Put all kind of law books in there and be like, hey, okay, well, find a problem.
Find a problem.
Yeah, find a problem in this book right here. Find a problem. Give her the Constitution. When you know what I'm saying. I know she reading, so give her the Constitution. Read it. Find any problem that you can see in here that you know. Learn how to exploit those loopholes, and you can be a great business person in America.
Oh, absolutely.
Looking at them contracts and all that.
Oh God, that's that lawyer.
I wish I could say. I mean, I think you probably have to. Your kids will probably have to be a certain age for you to kind of get that understanding of which one reminds you the most of you. I technically didn't raise all my kids, so I don't really know. But if I had to say, you know what I'm saying, probably my son probably reminds me the most of me, in the sense of how he go about with his relationships and stuff. I wish, you know, I could have taught him to be better than the way I move. But, you know, he out there, he the one made me a pawpaw early, so just by that. My oldest, I think she's probably more sneaky like me in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, she don't speak a lot as far as telling her business. She moves in silence. You know, she assassin like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, you don't know what's going on with this joke. You got to really just put her in the corner and ask her some serious questions because you ain't going to know what's going on in her head. You know what I'm saying? And she might be up to 24 things. You know what I'm saying? And this youngest one, man, I think she just redefining the whole matrix. You know what I'm saying? She redefined the whole matrix.
This is the one you got the most time with, though, right?
This is the one I got the most time with. She got my personality as far as, you know, having fun and being jovial and, you know, not taking things too serious. But then she got that aloofness on the other side where it's just like, are we actually paying attention to what the hell is going on around us? So, yeah. But I think my son probably is the most like me.
So I would say, like, as far as like who I identify with the most is Lil G. You know, well, Big G. I call him Big G. I'm just G. Sorry, but it'll be Big G is the one that I identify with the most. But the one that I think is most like me is Mariah. I got a 14-year-old who, you know what I mean.
That's the drug dealer one.
Yeah, that's that's the one.
That's the one that crashed her car.
She wanted to figure out what outside is like. You know what I mean. So it's kind of hard parenting her because it's like, man, I get it. Because I always want to know what outside was like too. But then at the same time, like, we didn't grow up the same. Like, you don't have the same problems or the same You know what I'm saying? You didn't grow up in the same environment, the same need. You didn't have none of that I had. So it's kind of weird because like, why do you need to do this? Because I did it out of necessity.
Right.
I did it out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need the shoes that I want.
Right.
I need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to eat. Like, I'm not really eating. My mom made sure that I ate. But I need to not depend on my mother for the things that I want because she already do so much.
And then I'm a man.
What do I do to help her?
I'm finding manhood.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I got these women and my sisters, and how do I provide? And I'm learning this. That's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like you figuring it out.
I started hustling at a young age just so I can sneak money in her sock drawer where she used to keep her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where she keep her little, you know, her extra money or whatever it is, and and then she thinks she forgot it. I forgot about this money I had in here. No, it's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sweet ass son right there. You sweet. That's dope as shit.
I was the only son.
This nigga's reverse. Like instead of taking money out of his mom's purse, he used to put money in his mom's purse.
But I mean,
I listen to Tupac.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I've known about this man since I met him, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? That persona. It's like he ain't trying to take from nobody. You know what I'm saying? He always trying to give or trying to help. So the fact that he even mentioned that to that point, I was like, yeah, I can see that. Because being outside was like, how can I help my mom? How can I help?
Because it lines. Because the thing about it is when somebody talks and the things that line up with them as a character, their characteristics, I believe the story because it lines up with your characteristics.
Yeah. But with my daughter though, it's different. It's not I'm doing this to help. I'm doing this because she's selfish as a motherfucker. And so like she wants to see outside. So I identify, but she don't want to see outside the way I wanted to. Like the way, you know what I mean? Right.
Like I did this so you don't have to do this, but somewhere in you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then
identify.
I want to like being outside and wanting to learn outside is not a bad thing. But the way that you're going about it and the things that you're doing when you're out there, that is where the trouble comes in because that's going to get you locked up. And I get it, but it's for the wrong reasons. I took a lot of penitentiary chances, but I don't think my penitentiary chances that I took were for the wrong reason. You know what I mean? Like I had a idea in my head of what can I do to help my community at the same time of I also did things to hurt my community without even knowing that that's what I was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Good intentions, but the wrong way to go about it.
What about you, Dooley?
Mine's is 4 and 2, so they still, young.
No, they ain't. You ain't figured them out yet.
But it sound like your son that you play video games with. To be honest, because can I tell you as a dad that's look on like because he look at you like one day I'm gonna fight this motherfucker. We gonna box.
Why does everybody say that?
Because he do though. Because he like he gonna challenge and test you. Because but it's gonna be good for him and you because you gonna.
I feel like the oldest is like that.
But no, from the outside looking in, as another father, I think it's gonna be red. It's gonna be Ro.
Think it's gonna be red.
Hey, now
why everybody gonna fight
when it comes to the aggression? When it comes to the aggression, like Cass ain't really aggressive like that. Like Dooley is one that just when he pop into the room is Dooley. Hey, what you doing? What you got? What you going? Hold what you got? Like he one of them niggas that he gonna come through and just do whatever he doing, right? And Cass he more laid back. Cass got more like a. Man, let me figure you out first. You know what I'm saying? But then he'll start talking to you and he open up. But Ro is one of the ones, he'll run up to you as soon as but since he ain't with no words like that, he ain't like, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll run up to you like.
Size you up.
And it's like that, which is scary because Cass is going to be implosive and Ro is going to be explosive. And I've watched them two interact. Ro he's aggressive. My youngest son is very aggressive. He will hit you. But Cass knows he could just tear Ro up if he wanted to.
Right.
But he understands, all right, you little, I gotta take it easy on you. But I've also seen my oldest son get into it with another boy his age. They was around, I think just turned 3 at the time at a park, and Cass took him down. And I was just like, ooh shit, he gonna be a problem when you want to. You know what I mean? Ro gonna give me I think you may be right. I think it's gonna be Ro. He gonna give me a headache. He gonna keep everybody in a bunch of shit. He gonna be starting shit. He gonna be fighting it. It's just like you gotta control your attitude.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like Cass is gonna be the one to get a call because Ro, like somebody gonna be like, hey, Oh, my little brother done did again.
What he did again? And I watched them. They was taking the bath one night, and Cass took his toy wrongfully so, and Roast popped the shit out of him. Bow. I was like, "Oh, damn!"
Oh, I can't wait till they first real fight.
Oh
man, they gonna have they brothers. They growing up. They but one thing though that I know that they gonna have though is regardless of what we go through, we can be fighting or whatever. I still got you and you got me.
Yeah.
We be in the house. They gonna have a knockdown drag out. Nigga. It's gonna be some furniture
I keep
moving.
him in line like how my dad, and I see his method how he used to do me and my brothers because it's just our boys. It's like y'all can do all that shit you want to, but understand y'all here for each other regardless of what. You know what I mean? But yeah, that first one gonna be thorough, and I don't think it's gonna happen on my time. It's gonna happen on Mom's time, and she gonna call me like, "Oh God, you need to get over here."
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. If they ever gang up on you, decide to jump you, though, I got your back.
Please.
I'm calling Uncle G.
I feel like they're gonna be a little bigger than me. You know what I'm saying?
I come with my cane. I bet my cane by then.
I put one of my boys on their back, but goddamn,
you're gonna have to. I tell the kids all the time, man. Hey, man, look. I'm your parents' friend. We'll jump you. We'll jump you. I ain't got time for it. I'm here to guide you, but if you ever turn on them, I'm with them. I ain't no
gang.
He done put me on my motherfucking back. It hurt.
Oh, I'm on my way.
As soon as I get over that glasses, look what he did. Shit.
Glasses,
I want him out my house.
We ain't gonna kill him. We gonna work him over. We gonna work him over, man. I got your back. Let's do it. What's going on?
My house.
Have mercy.
But no, hey,
I need a girl at this point.
One last time, let's get out of here. Hold on, no. One thing I do want to touch on before we get out of here, before we do the fatherly advice is, y'all watch the Olympics? Y'all check them out?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Honestly, man, I'm an old dude, man. I be laughing at myself now because, man, I find myself getting emotional about a lot of shit I shouldn't be emotional about, man. I actually shed a tear, man, when Sha'Carri finally got her little gold medal on the relay team. And, just some of the backstories, like when people done been through or whatever to get to where they going and stuff like that. Simone Biles doing her thing. And then I found out after the fact, like, we got people right from Vancouver, Jordan Childs and all these folks, like, they right here in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, doing big things. I didn't know their backstories until, they got on the stage. So it made me cheer for them a lot more. So
Oregon turns out a lot of athletes because of U of O. So a lot of the track athletes, we had a thrower from Medford, like one of the women in shot put.
Okay,
she was from Medford. Like it's I'm saying a lot of folks.
The white girl was from Corvallis.
The male shot putter too was from Burns, Oregon.
Burns, yeah.
Okay.
So we turned out a lot of those type of Olympic athletes because of what we do in Oregon. They hold the world finals here, the Prefontaine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the trials.
They do the track
trials.
is big here in Oregon, so we turn out a lot of track athletes. What you think about it?
Me, I didn't watch it. I'm tired.
You didn't watch none of it?
I didn't watch it. I'm tired of white people doing shit.
It's
because the majority of white people, let's be honest, like even when you come to like the countries, like China is just Chinese people.
Yeah.
Like America is like a bunch of different races of people, but majority is like I'm tired of it.
It just depends on the sport because in track, man, I was looking at track. It was an all black women lineup, and it was all from different countries. And I was like, nigga, where did Uzbekistan find a black woman to run for them? Like Great Britain had a black woman in there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was they had like. Even though they're from different countries, they still had. It was like, yeah, we know niggas is fast. We know who's going to win. You know what I mean? So they didn't put a lot of like the white athletes in those. They typically don't.
I guess white athletes more Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
I think Paris showed they fucking colors in some of the shit they did.
Basketball,
official wise, like how they held out on Sha'Carri and Shelly Ann in that 100.
Made them run all the way over that thing.
Yep, and there was also an issue with Jordan Childs where they, I think they took back her gold medal and said it was,
so time second for them. Some stupid rule that they had.
It was a rule to how it was. What do you call?
Administer the gold and
laps.
I know what he's saying.
Scorecard.
Yeah,
They
the
scored it wrong.
scorecard.
They scored it wrong. Oh, she should have been deducted on this and the other girl. Then they ended up giving to the other girl.
And you
That sound
gotta
like the
protest within like 4 or 5 seconds or something like that. And they tried to say
they judged it wrong.
Yeah,
that sounds like Poland's funny.
But then you can't go back and judge it after the fact. Whatever you put on that scorecard is what it is.
Exactly.
Like you can't go back to the tape. Ain't no rewind in the Olympics.
Exactly. So
I mean,
I don't like the way they did Joel Embiid.
Oh,
that was
they
crazy.
They was booing him every time. Some people was calling them monkeys. They was
they was doing that much?
He was pissed.
Yeah, man.
Oh God, that's why he did that thing. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They was mad at him.
I know they was booing. I didn't know they was going ham, but it makes sense. They ain't gonna never just take it to a small part. They gonna take it as far as they can take it.
I think Noah Lyles put his foot in his mouth with some of the shit he said about our other United States athletes.
Oh, when he was like, "How you call yourself world champion and you only play Americans?"
Right.
I mean, I get that. I don't think that was too bad. It's not a statement that's never
true,
been said
though.
before.
That's a true statement.
But at the same time, if you put the NFL up against any other football team, come on, man.
Well, they proved it in the Olympics that look.
But he also got
America is world champions because it don't matter. Look, we got all these other players from all these other countries. You got Jokic up here with Serbia or whatever. You got Canada that got you know what I'm saying. Jamal Murray, they got SGA, they got, you know what I'm saying, these players over here. You got all the, you know, a bunch of different countries with a bunch of NBA players in it. But at the same time, who won gold? Okay.
So
we're playing against the top players across the world.
I don't know how y'all feel about this. The Olympics, man, is always kind of a dichotomy for me because I'm often looking at how we are sent over to represent the United States and be ambassadors for United States in this sports. And then here at home, we still get treated in such a way. You know what I'm saying? It's always that weird, like I'm cheering because it's USA and, you know, I got people that look like me that are up there on the stage being ambassadors doing the best of their craft, whether it be basketball or track or whatever the case is. But at the same time, it's almost like, okay, y'all will send us over there to do that, but then you still won't treat us right when we here. You know what I'm saying?
Like how you going to win for the fucking world and come back home and get called a nigger for being able to run fast and win.
You know, you know what I think about the Olympics? I think the Olympics is soft. I want to go back to the original Olympics. And if you really want an Olympics, then, hey, I think they should have at least one game in there where people die.
Gladiator.
Like gladiator event of like, hey,
are you not entertained?
Every country, give me your strongest warrior and put them all in one big ass ring with one weapon and they fight it out.
One weapon.
I told a joke on stage.
I think we should go back to that because it ain't really like, and whoever wins that, that's who wins the Olympics.
They can't break dance for it.
That breakdance competition was trash. I don't know why they threw that shit in there. Listen, if you want a event to sell out, what they need to do is start putting baby mamas and baby daddies in the ring. Since you want to put transgender people up against females, let them beat the shit out of them. Do some baby, but that thing can sell out. You know how many motherfuckers are tuning into that? Ooh, it's gonna be some ass whooping.
How much better breakdancing I have seen.
Ooh,
just being outside of people like nigga. Breakdancing was invented in the 70s in New York. Nobody from New York that was really a breakdancer, really got out there and got active, was in that breakdancing competition. You know how many, nigga, if that was a real thing, then put Chris Brown in the motherfucker.
Oh, come on now.
Put Chris Brown. Okay, Chris Brown, I want to, can you go represent America in this breakdancing competition? Like, you know what I mean? Put somebody who actually like, who actually dances.
Late 20s?
Save the Last Dance nigga.
I said New York alone would have took that whole.
Go really find some breakdancers here in the
Jabberwockies or somebody.
That's what
it could. Well, you know, I think they would have went for that country.
Okay. I don't know.
But like, go out there and actually find some breakdancers, and then have them go. You know what I'm saying? And then the last competition is the strongest warrior from every country put into a ring, and whoever lives wins. Yeah. Every once in a while, throw a lion out there. Just open up the cage and a lion come out.
A lion.
You know what I mean?
Every once in a while, lion win? Does Africa? Do they get a go? Africa get a go if the lion wins?
The last person standing wins.
Goddamn lion took it again.
Did y'all hear about the ping pong? Like ping pong?
That we finally got a medal.
Yeah, he finally got a medal
in ping pong.
In ping pong.
But then,
they beat China. But did you see who was on the Americans team? It was all Chinese people.
Oh yeah, I like the people.
That's the great. That's one good thing about America though is it was a whole. We had representatives from all over the place because it is what it is. So because America was a place that was not founded. I'm gonna say it was stolen by foreigners. That every other foreigner was allowed to come here and, you know what I'm saying, and live a life and start whatever you want to start and do whatever you want to do.
So we don't like any immigrants in the United States unless you can play sports really well, and then we'll give you citizenship and you can represent us in the Olympics.
That's how Joel
This is my thing. Every American is an immigrant.
We all know this, but for some reason.
Yeah. White folks, you immigrants too. And I don't see how you want to keep all the immigrants out when you motherfuckers is immigrants too. I don't understand it. You know what I mean?
It's beyond me. But that's I guess another topic for another day.
Another topic, another day. Let's get into our fatherly advice for the week and get out of here, man. Ikes, fatherly advice of the week.
Do stuff with your kids. That's not like just watching TV or something like that.
Yeah.
Because the TV is cool, but there's a time and a place. Like I'm learning because my kids, I had them not watching TV for a whole month because I wanted them to get their shit together. It didn't work, but still, I was doing stuff with them. It forced me to do stuff with them more. Like I think that as we grow as parents, our kids grow as kids, and then they understand, okay, this person's here for me, X, Y, and Z. Like my 11-year-old daughter, she's the one I understand. Like she look at the kids and be like, why y'all niggas arguing over a stupid seat in the back, bro? It's just a spot in the back. Like, and then I look at him, I look at her like, yes.
We all going to the same place, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that, like, show your kids that, like, you actually want to spend time with them, and they actually, like, you actually genuinely are invested in them.
You got Dooley?
I deal with an immature co-parent. My fatherly advice is, take the high road.
Mm.
Take the high road and continue to get yourself ready. That way, when shit hit the fans, you gonna be good.
Mm.
Take the high road.
Mm-hmm.
Stop arguing. Stop giving them information. Let them do what they're gonna do, because eventually that shit gonna fall on deaf ears.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fatherly advice.
Okay.
My fatherly advice for the week is teach your kids life skills, but then also teach them like outside skills. Like, you know what I mean? I taught my kids how to play blackjack and poker only because, like, you know what I mean? But also, you know what I'm saying? Go fishing, teach them how to, you know what I mean? Do all kind of other stuff too. But like, you know, I don't know. When I first played poker, right, I took a hard lesson that cost me a lot of money. When I played blackjack, I took a real hard lesson that cost me a lot of money. So if I teach them how to do it and they end up in one of those spaces when they get older, you know, then they already have a certain respect for the game of understanding, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I could lose a lot of money doing this. You know what I mean? So they have a healthy respect for it and not like a
nobody can.
I'm gonna win next. I'm gonna win, and then want to continue to put money up because they think they're gonna win next. Nah. So when I play with them, I'm taking all your money, and I ain't giving it back. Right?
We'll come to life.
Okay, I take it to put it in a piggy bag, put it up for them, but you ain't getting it back. Yeah.
You ain't getting it back.
You gonna earn it back though. You know what I mean? Now I got money to give you back because you decided you wanted to gamble and lose it. How'd that feel? Bad, didn't it? You don't want to do that again, do you? No. Okay, so understand, nigga. Gambling is this.
Cosby coming out at him. Cosby advice.
Yeah.
I think my fatherly advice, man, for me, I'm going to say this. Teach your kids the importance of hygiene. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that's very important with all the things that they have now to distract them from phones and things like that. The little small things, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got little girls, don't nobody want to grow up and marry no funky woman. and for the little boys, don't no woman want to go down on no musty balls. You know what I'm saying? So teach your young people about the importance of hygiene. And nothing worse than going to work in the morning and somebody funky and we ain't even started and clocked in yet. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying, and catch all the crevices.
At the end of practice, man, I always end it the same way, right? We all get into the huddle and I be like, y'all know what I'm going to say. And they be like, yes. When I get home, make sure I drink water, Make sure I stretch. Make sure I stay away from like, you know what I'm saying, cakes and pies and all that extra stuff. And then they go, and take a shower because I stink. Yes.
Clean yourself.
All of y'all, because I tell them all the time, look, when you go home, I tell you, take a shower because y'all stink. I know I'm in this huddle with y'all. Y'all stink.
Thank you for giving that back to them. Teaching our boys.
Let them know. Y'all
hygiene.
Godliness, baby.
But y'all know what it is, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to 4 Black Dads. I am one of your hosts, your boy, G. Wade, and to my left.
It is the deacon, the sneaking, the pastor, laughter, Eric Motherfucking Island. To my right.
And to my right.
Oh, Ikes gonna be late to work.
Till next time, y'all.
Catch y'all next week.
Yo, black ass.
Yo, black ass. I love your remix.
He got me thinking that's the original version.
Podcast, we call it 4 Black Dads, discussing different situations.